Alright, if I had to start from scratch, knowing everything I know now, this is exactly how I'll train to build muscle, burn fat, and create the best physique possible fast. Yes, YouTube, welcome back to the channel where we focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, one step at a time. And today, what we're talking about is starting our fitness journey from scratch. Because most guys, they waste years of training, doing dumb shit, bad programming, and making zero progress. But if you follow this, you'll get rid of all the fluff and build gains fast. First things first, if you're new to the gym, you're probably gassed and excited and you want to train 6-7 times a week. The realness is, if you're new to the gym, all you need is 3-4 times a week doing full body training sessions. I suggest sticking to the basics. It's not the be and end all, but the reason being, you can get really strong with the basics and they have a lot of carryover to other exercises. So our top exercises are going to be a squat, a deadlift, a bench press, an overhead press, a row, and a pull-up. The reason why we're doing full body workouts is we're trying to keep the frequency as high as possible, but still allowing you to get enough recovery in between your sessions. Also, as a beginner, you need to get used to tracking everything. So that's down to your nutrition, down to your training. Get really meticulous with this, because this is gonna be a great tool throughout your lifting career, because you're gonna know, okay, this is what I've done last week, so I have to improve. So you're implementing progressive overload. Another thing is not training too often. I know you're new to the gym, you're excited, but there's no point of training every single day. Allow your muscles to recover. And depending on your starting position, you may be tempted to do a lot of cardio and prioritize cardio. If your goal is fat loss, you should be prioritizing what's going on your plate, your nutrition. Cardio is a tool to improve your heart health. It does help burn a little bit more calories, but if you're starting from an overweight position and you want to drop body fat, the aim is to control your nutrition, control your diet, and not kill yourself with doing cardio. So after a year, you've locked in, built up some strength. Now we can focus on trying to prioritize different areas, maybe areas that you really want to focus on. So you can change up your split if you want to. You can go from a full body to upper lower. It's not necessary. Full body is great. If you're enjoying it, you can rejig your training program to prioritize certain muscle groups. If you have a little bit more time, you can do something like an upper lower. So upper lower is generally 4 times a week. If you're training 3 times a week, it's just another extra day. And what it consists of is you doing an upper body day, so chest, shoulders, back, and a lower body day, quads, calves, hamstrings. Then you may have a rest day after that. So you do 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. So you're training 4 times a week. Because your sessions should be a little bit shorter, because you're not doing a full body, you can start throwing in smaller muscle groups that you weren't really paying attention to, and you may be able to focus on areas that you want to bring up. So for example, you can add a couple more bicep exercises if your biceps are an area that you want to develop. Or for your arms in general, you can just work on your arms a little bit more. And with upper lower, it's still getting high frequency like your full body. You're still hitting your muscle groups at least twice a week. Alright, so now we've hit 2 years plus mark. This is where we can really dial in and we can go into focused phases, specialized phases, where we spend 6 to 8 weeks really targeting a specific muscle group, your weaker areas, for example. I mentioned it before, but after 2 years, once you've built a good foundation, this is the time where you can really focus on building those weaker areas up. So again, you're going to throughout your fitness journey, you're going to be evaluating, taking pictures, looking at yourself and seeing what areas you want to develop. But now, if you have weak arms, more frequency on the arms, more volume on your arms, triceps and biceps. If you've got a weak bench, you're going to prioritize your bench, get your bench strength up. If you want to get shredded, you're going to focus on your nutrition. You may add a little bit more cardio, focus on your step count. So these 6 to 8 weeks is where you really focus on different areas that you want to develop. This is the phase that takes your physique from being good to elite. So the biggest takeaways from this video is stick to the basics in the beginning, track everything, prioritize your recovery, stick to one program, no program hopping, and have a clear long-term mindset, because this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. If this video helped, leave a like and a comment in the section down below. And if you need help programming or anything, feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a message, and I'll catch you in the next video.